be one of the best ways to do that. And obviously you got to have success and hit the shots. But you know, using some of those go-to opening tactics where a few of you are able to synergize, maybe you know maybe it looks like a ramp and a ramp take, or you know some kind of a mid, you know whatever it is, just getting your team into the routines that they've practiced and that they feel good in immediately is one of the best ways to get into that headspace that you need to be in to really fully reset.
Well, EnVy is going to leave it all on the line. They must win this game if they want to stay in the tournament. We're headed to split. Sean, DDK, take it away.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is going to be really interesting to see if we do have that bounce back from EnVy, Sean. They're your pick. They're not living up to your expectations.
So is that early Omen smoke out ropes? They're going to spread out the map. They get that early B control. Raze farming the orb early. Very good idea. See, they're just trying to take that wall down as quick as possible. They have a trip on the A flank. This is definitely going to be a B strat coming out of Gen.G. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is perfect, isn't it? It's just like you're catching everything. You've got that trip towards A, so there's an aggression there. Your call raises, as you say, pressuring that B site. They've killed the wall at mid. At this point...
Give me the Jett dash in. Give me the Jett dash in.
You want it?
I want it. I want to see what I hate, Dan. I want to see what I hate.
Mummay, go and give it to you. We'll have to see which way is going to go with as they try to emerge through. Oh, great paranoia there. There's the dash, though, but maybe not the kind of dash you were looking for. The fault line comes through. Headshots raining in for EnVy. They're looking to really do a great job here opening up this bomb site. Despite the awkward positioning, the drop through is not going to work out at all as GMD goes down. And it's going to really require some insane shots now coming in from player one. Good vantage point there up in B heaven to see if he can find something. Oh, that's a dink. Big chunky damage done to Raze. The back of the site. A dirty shorty. They're stuck behind the wall. How do you get as well? The dash is going to have to come through. There it is. The updraft. That is disgusting there from HUYNH, but fortunately for EnVy, aKis will pick it up there and the trade frags come through.
Dear God, the shorty Jett combo. Is it not the worst thing in the world?
It's like everyone knows it's coming. Everyone knows. We all know. They on the server know.
Dude, I need to like
get wrecked by
I need that Overwatch aim. After watching the Faze guys, they don't get shorty. Those guys have insane aim. I need the Overwatch aim. Not the Winston aim though. Other Overwatch aim.
Tracer aim, MkaeL aim.
Yeah. So here we got that same early round setup. Raze gonna farm that B orb. Probably gonna pre-nade it at the start every round. 3 people mid.
Yeah,
Cypher
I'm liking
camming A.
I was just gonna say I'm liking that we see the breach here on Grimond. These guys will enable a couple good kills in mid to open up B heaven control though, and the wall there onto ropes. So there's not really anything that can be done for Gen.G side. The bomb needs to be collected. And now the control of the B side and B heaven remains. You can see kaboose is going back for that spike. And
the KM. He checked the KM. He saw all 3. Oh no.
Enemy down.
Oh. It's gorgeous. Give it to me.
Very
so
well
sad.
this round, though.
Yeah.
He actually double caged the cross, which is something that I personally haven't seen. Because normally the Cypher spreads out their cages for both sides of that A lurk. But he double caged the cross and popped the second one about 6 seconds into the first one. So that way there was just no point where they had vision.
This is a nice spot.
Yeah, that's a nice detail.
Definitely think that FNS is much better suited on this Cypher role.
Yeah.
Who is the Jett working with him here?
Okay, so looking for that early pick. Denied though.
Combined with
camming up as well.
Yeah.
So perhaps a delayed mid take or mid pressure coming through here.
But again, they're farming that B orb. The Raze has gotten it 3 times now in a row. They clearly showed they're getting that every single round. So I'm curious if Gen.G is going to adapt at some point in this half and start pushing B lobby.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that as well. Nice positioning from HUYNH on that B heaven, just looking for the gap there, punishing the contact through. And you're going to have to respect that the operator can be posted up on these positions. As it comes a swing, but It's like, yeah, Win is able to hold that position. Obviously, having the dash enables a lot of cool stuff. There's a flash from Breach, from Ropes to keep the pressure on as this mid take is stalled out, actually, for Envy. They got 40 seconds to go. They still have Raze waiting. B main, here comes the push. There's a... Oh, the wall timing is beautiful. That is going to buy so much time here, Sean. They still need to get onto the site, and the bulk of the players are stuck in mid. They have to make some really difficult decisions right now. I don't know if they can even get to the site in time. There's 20 seconds. They're going to have to try to force the issue, and that's not a good look. kaboose has found an opening there, coming through the B main position. effys is on the site though, so kaboose might get caught off guard here. Shot in the back here. effys, oh, he goes down. effys, if he could have survived there, maybe there could have been a chance to do something more. Calypso holding down the line. The plant comes through. It's desperate times here. Calypso, oh my goodness, somehow makes it work. That shouldn't have worked though, Sean. I feel like they had nowhere to go.
No, and if you weren't a believer in Calypso, after that round you should be. I mean, I understand that kaboose's entry opened up the B site, but you have to look at his smoke was heaven, perfectly timed right after it. His flash came through heaven, that pushes off the heaven play. He drops into hell, gets that trade on the guy pillar, holds this angle passively, tells his player to plant on the right side. It was just so well done on so many little instances by Calypso, and if he slipped on any of them, the round's lost.
Yeah, for sure. Look at this. Here comes Win there, pulls out the knives, looking to see if he can find any action. And I'd love to see this on these like low econ rounds, the Jett ult, and just walking in spawn. This is going to be very interesting to see how exactly this can work. If he's going to find any value. I don't know if they don't have any idea, I don't think, about it either. And we'll see the clearance here. Nice shot comes. Oh, Greenmon! That's beautiful there. That Sheriff might have just bought enough time, space, advantage for this Jett flank to do the damage it needs to. Player one creeping with that shorty, but it's up to Win now as he is going to make his way from B main. The spike is being planted. A dash is available. The smokes are available. It's all there. The knives coming through. Very precise stuff, taking his time. When they're tapping, he's got himself the operator in hand now. How does he find his way through onto the clutch here? Looking for the headshot. Is somebody going to show? There it is. The right click, holding it down to halfway at the very least. And that's going to force the play forwards here from the Omen. Oh, he's going to go for the full hold. No! He just pulls off of it in time. Win just knew exactly the right move to make at every single moment. That is fantastic. Oh, the Sheriff play, though. We cannot forget Guiman on that Sheriff. That was stunning.
Holy shit. That round was insane between GMD and Win. Oh my god, those plays. That was incredible. But with that being said, where are the trips on the flank? Where's the cam? Where's the intel? Where's the guy watching the flank? There's so many things that Envy missed on this round and took for granted because it was an eco round. And you can't take for granted eco rounds in this game. I've seen teams lose them time and time again because of lack of utility.
So awesome. Again, I feel like I just want to have more freeze time to talk more about these rounds, but we're back into the thick of it again here. We see the default coming through again, the pressure with Cypher and Jett towards a ramp. We've got, as you mentioned, Envy really trying to farm those orbs here towards B main as well. Yeah. And it's working out for them. Ultimately, I feel like they are gaining the advantages that they need. Camera will get taken down there by Greenmon, keeping things responsible there for Gen.G. And I love this. They just creep out there into mid there. They know the timing of that mid switch.
Man, Win is being so annoying in middle and heaven. Dashes away every time he's in a holding spot. There it is.
So hard to deal with. This is just such a great response. kaboose able to take down Greenmon though, and
Got an opening
iPad
and an ult.
Yeah, caught the iPad out.
Oh my goodness.
No more charges left.
Unless they're trying to escape. Trip will be taken down. Look at the flank from Calypso. This could just end the round. If Calypso plays this one perfectly, he wants to have the trigger discipline here. He sees the Jett. He knows there has to be player screens. His teammates will have called that. He's going to follow through for the Jett, though. He's going to just maintain that control. Beautiful paranoia. That's going to get them both. kaboose is buying time with the rocket. Doesn't even have to really do too much with this, but will try to force the issue as it was running low on time, the fuse that is, and doesn't really seem to be too much here for this retake. But Gen.G, they don't have options. This is perfectly played by Envy.
Dang, I felt like Wynn's 2 openings should have won this round. The openings found by FNS, that Cypher ult just flips the round completely in EnVy's favor. Excellent flank by Calypso, used all that information perfectly. That couldn't have been a better Cypher ult. There's times when, you know, the Cypher ult's wasted. That was one of those ones where it's a round-winning ult. Wow.
Oof. Yeah.
I have to say, though, I think we didn't get time to talk about the comps very much. Gen.G missing out on a Cypher on this map is actually kind of a big deal. I don't think that that's smart to not play Cypher, Sova, anything. Like, they have no information. On the other hand, EnVy doesn't have many flashes, so... Oh. That's them trying to they're trying to stop that B orb from getting farmed.
Oh man, this is actually beautiful. There's not too much that can be done here to stop this from Gen.G side of things. They'll have to consider if there's any options available to them, especially given that there's more or less full utility and just complete forward positioning. And look at the lurk here from Finesses on top of that. If it wasn't already bad enough, this lurk through ropes is just going to seal the deal as Finesse walks in the back. Easy frag, and once that happens, there's no option at all. And it's going to be really tough here. This is the EnVy that you wanted to see, Sean, but I do like that you pointed out the composition issues coming through. And this is one of those spots too where we see the punish for the... It's the punish of the attempt of a punish for that B main orb control. And the operator was waiting there. I love the jump peek. I respect the jump peek from Win, but unfortunately, it looks like EnVy are just a step ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that jump peek's the solution based on how that B lobby control has been looking the entire game so far. So something that I believe the team name is like Party Parrots or something. The European team with Angel on it. The way they take B lobby control is with Breach fault lining and Omen dropping a smoke at deep attack side of B lobby. So they're taking control really quick with those two. Now Gen.G has the comp to do that. So if they adapt at any point, it's possible. I'm not really too big of a fan of just dry challenging with an op though like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you on that, especially because the Omen's paranoia is so strong.
That too,
from the B side through. It's just such a it's almost guaranteed because of the way the timings work out. At least in terms of denying the orb control at the very beginning of the round. But into the next one we go, we'll have to see if Gen.G have any other answers to what's been going on. They're more heavy towards mid at this point. We see the stim getting dropped there. That usually is going to signify that either you're wanting to get aggressive or you're expecting the push. It's one of the two.
His ult out. If I had to guess, Breach has his ult out right now in B Heaven, and they're just playing. Yep, there it is. Wow, that's really well done. Deep smoke mid to trap them, to take these fights. Oh my god, that's beautiful.
And G&D will find the kill onto Calypso. Forward position by player one at the back of the breach ult. Nice shot there from mummAy, a nice flick. And he's not going to find anything more though. Great shutdown coming through from G&D off the back of his own ultimate. And that breach ultimate, that's one of the reasons why you got to pick up the breach. It's so useful in so many situations. But what's interesting is it did feel like there was an option to disengage, but it seemed like we had Calypso re-engaging after the breach ult was sent down mid. So they really wanted to fight their EnVy, and maybe it's just because they have the confidence right now.
Yeah, maybe so. I love that setup though. I was wondering why the Sage Wall wasn't coming up. I was like, what's going on right now? Why do they have a stim beacon? So I started looking around the mini-map. I'm like, okay, this guy definitely has his ult out.
Oh, gotta be careful. Nice angle from Win. Oh my god, you can shoot through the edges there as well, so scary stuff there. Calypso really doesn't seem to be afraid at all. That is some it's not even optimal.
I don't know about that play.
Jump peeking.
Kaboose went into the B site right there for that death.
Yeah.
Actually gets a second. We're in a 3-on-5, and we've hardly even had any time for anything to happen.
It does seem like, I mean, maybe we'll go into the point in the moment. We do have a great hold there from Win. It seemed like that was very telegraphed. Saw the wall, knew that the possibility. That's really the only spot he has to look at. And the peak comes through. So it feels like EnVy are falling somewhat flat in this round in some of the plays that they're attempting. A lot of these solo plays, as you just mentioned, Caboose through there towards B. We see also a ramp failing as an individual, and then also in mid. just falling one by one. A 2 versus 5 is what remains here for Envy, and just at least doing some damage is the objective. And the problem is
You don't kill
this.
off angle. You don't kill this off angle.
Exactly. The positions are too good. They know exactly what's up.
Oh, what a... Oh! It takes too long.
It's forcing the action. Doesn't matter though. And
Gun here.
Sean, I gotta say that like what Envy would have been doing has been working, but this round seemed like a departure. That past round seemed like a departure from that.
Yeah, they lost that round to the breach all, and for some reason they said, okay, let's do our default now, but let's do it hyper aggressive on the extremities. And they paid the price. They lost 2 people very, very quickly into that round. I don't know what caused the change of pace, if they had a feeling that, you know, Gen.G's playstyle would change.
Here.
But I don't like that approach into the B side.
Okay, so 3 players towards this A pressure now. Actually, 4 players, I should say. So it looks like they may go for an A heaven take or an A ramp take. We'll have to see how this one plays out. Can be very strong. Nice cage, denying some vision here. GMD will be, is able to destroy the camera at the very least. Oh, he's going to spot them walking through the Omen smoke. It's too easy here right now for Gen.G, just annihilating the walkthrough. Didn't seem to be much utility to aid the push towards a ramp, towards the site. And Omen's on his... Okay, well, Sean, you've won rounds like this, right? On Omen, it's the thing you can do.
I actually laughed at that. I actually laughed. 2 tellies. I'd tell you to heaven right now, real quick.
Give me that Omen commentary.
I want to flash through the back hall, get this 2K, flash them, kill them all.
Oh,
he needed
free
that.
one.
He needed that. He needs to smoke something out. Okay, he has a flash. Telly out of that.
Oh, yeah, there's not much you can do at that point. That's unfortunate. But let's go back to the A ramp push there, Sean. It seems to be like they didn't expect that there was going to be a peak from top of A ramp because they actually had nothing to stop GMD just swinging this.
Yeah,
it looks so free.
It looked like they were just hoping, the cam will tag him and he'll back off. Like they never expected someone to actually just stay there fighting, which is silly. Like it's actually a silly thought to not expect someone to be there.
It seems cheap to deal with that.
Yeah, it seems like it's a very easy thing to take care of, right? And they just didn't do it. Kind of sloppy on Envy's part.
Maybe it's because...
Sorry.
I was going to say maybe it's because their Omen was towards B and they didn't have... Maybe the paranoia normally goes up there or something. I don't know.
Could be.
But more of a mid-early aggression, though, from Envy this round. And it looks like we've got Calypso just charging up mid with that Omen. He's angry. And he's going to put the fear of God into the Gen.G defense. They've got that full mid control at the moment. However, Jett is walking through B main and the spike is down in market. So if Win's able to find the spike, that would be interesting. Will he go that deep with the operator? With the info that they have, he might actually find
this. He
this.
has ult too. He could guard it with ult.
It's going to be a 1v1. This win is going to be so key here. He's going to see the spike, and that's everything. Oh, no, the spike. Oh, that's so funny. But player 1, he's going to be holding things down just for a moment. He's in a 1v2 here. Player 1, he has the Brim ult too. The orbital strike is ready to go, but he understands that there is a player holding him, I think. Given all of the action, we were focused towards the B side of the map for a while, but it seems as though both players have a read that this is... Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. Sure.
Calypso's such a smart player.
Yeah.
He's such a smart player to not overextend there, tell his teammate it's safe to go B. He's not going to get caught in transition where he doesn't know where Brimstone is. He has an exact location and he's pinning him. And it's very difficult for Brimstone to clear all those angles and make it to the B site. So he has to be a little bit sloppy when he clears those angles close to him. And sure enough, easy frag for Calypso. I'm super impressed with how Calypso's played this series.
Yeah, I totally agree. Omen's such an interesting agent in the sense that you can do so much like initiation with him. Even though it's not a duelist, it's like a controller, but you can do so much with him. But let's see how this round plays out. There's not as much A pressure coming in here from Envy on this round. Just the Cypher there keeping appearances as Win is in a very desperate situation. The old there, the daggers are so ready. And speaking of Calypso, he's going to be able to punish Win immediately. Just a tag there. But Envy's going to hold on to this great ult. That's going to just completely ruin this mid approach completely. The res comes on to Win at the very least, which is very important. Kaboose charging through there. MkaeL, though, Oh, the dirty Omen plays that teleport up there into that sheer angle. It's so difficult to deal with. And effys is going to take down mummAy. They have to force the issue through B main into the B side here. They're so committed at this point, and it looks like maybe their best chance is gone because the rotation is in here. Gen.G are so ready to deal with this. There's a res on aKis, but there's really no... Unless he went back to mid, that's the only res that he maybe has even a chance to pull off at this point.
Yeah, I feel like he has to take the res into the last round of the half. That's an insane play coming out of MkaeL right there at the B bomb site. Oh my goodness. I love how Gen.G has approached mid control with the ults on Brim and Breach, and how Sage is pairing with them with the slows, and they get reses in like this round. It makes it so that way they just get gifted 3 rounds a half with these ults. And that's huge. At this level, to be gifted 3 rounds with ults, I mean, Envy is feeling a lot of pressure to win this last round right now.
Yeah, it looked like such a good start for them too, and I'm sure we'll go into more detail about that later on. Oh, GMD there with the fault line, going to peek with it. Oh, he may be in a bit of trouble here. There's a lot of pressure. There's loads of players here. This is a huge aggression, A ramp, and there it is, kaboose there with the satchel, able to take down GMD, and this very fast maneuver towards A heaven is going to work out nicely. But as I say that, win with the knives, able to take down Calypso, and he's looking for more, and that's exactly what he's going to find there. The operator comes out. Jett, such a deadly agent on a map like Split. We're really seeing here from Win as player 1 tries to get position. It's very difficult here. Last man standing. 2 players to find. Spike is down. I think that info is there for him. Unfortunately, Finesse there is lurking that ropes position. Some of these lurks from Finesse have been really good with that Cypher.
Yeah, I really like Envy's style changed at some point in this half. I don't know what caused them to do it. They went from running that default where FNS was solo A. They had Caboose lurking B, farming the orb. They changed that up at some point, and they went hyper aggressive. They started taking duels everywhere. I'm not sure if they realized, Sage is sitting on utility at mid, or with no Cypher, we could be a little bit more free on the default. But at some point, they realized they could just take these gunfights, and the game got very chaotic.
Yeah, this was something I wanted to see more of as well from Gen.G, just sending it up A ramp and just in a several rounds. You don't even have to commit towards A, but just take away the A ramp position. But we have that again here. We're going to see it on the pistol this next round. It coming in here from Gen.G. Win that makes his way forwards with the shorty. And this is pretty annoying, but it looks like Win's not going to be able to find the engagements he's after. And mummAy there with the ghost. Great snap there. Oh, it's not done either. So much damage done with the ghost, and it looks like it may not be recoverable indeed. Envy will close things down. Really nice hold there coming in from Envy.
Yeah, that was actually really sick and well done to actually fall off of the heaven, not fall into the trap right there that Gen.G planted. Right, you saw the breach fault line come through. That came from sewers. That was a really far away fault line, and Jett dashes up with the shorty. She's hoping to catch someone around that corner. There's just no one. They didn't give her any close fights. Very well played.
I know you expected this to go to 3 maps, Sean, and Envy definitely have been finding a lot more comfort in this one. And moving forwards here into this second half, they've got that pistol in the bag. We're going to see an eco play towards this A site coming in from Gen.G. They're ready with that very crisp ghost aim, and Calypso is going to hold onto a grab. And this is beautiful. I love the aggression and the challenges. He's got reinforcements there coming in from Sage for aKis there with that slow orb. It's going to slow down any options towards this aggression on A ramp. It's just so labored here, and it's so hard. It's so hard when the rotation comes through and you're on the pistols. There's not really much you can do.
It really is. And that round seemed like a blowout. But if Calypso falls there to that shorty, there's only a Jett left on the site. And that's not any stall utility. So the A site is immediately lost. That is very big by Calypso to kill the shorty Jett. It's not an easy kill to get.
I love that you bring out that point there, Sean, that like this could have gone very differently, because it really highlights very quickly the fact that when you're a defender, one of your most important job is buy time.
1 second, they're doing that same fault line dash play, I think. Look, there's the fault line. Oh, they didn't dash though. So just gonna walk across. I like this combination of utility though. Omen smoke in middle to deny info. The playstyle difference is just insane between these two teams.
Yeah, this is beautiful. And this is the pressure, too, we're talking about. Again, you don't have to commit off of this. We may see rounds where they don't, but you can see this round, they are actually looking to barrel into the side. They have their Omen sitting in middle as well. We'll have to see how much that's going to do later on in terms of the lurk. And just look at the pressure here. They're looking to see if there's going to be any retake attempt from Envy to punish. That's what Gen.G are looking for right now.
Look at this setup that Envy was running, though. They had a wall at B with all the Cypher util. So they stacked 5 people mid-A.
Great flash comes through there. Win able to take down aKis on the entry, looking fantastic. So clean, a triple there as they march through onto the site. And it doesn't seem to be all that much that can be done to stop this. You see Finesse there walking back on those lurk kills. Good as always. Can he pick up one more? Would really need to find another. Just barely missing the frag onto player 1, but kaboose with the trade. Kaboose here needs to do a lot, but unfortunately for him, Gen.G are going to really be owning it in this round, and that I love that round there.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it real with you, Dan. That was mind-blowing that Gen.G was able to take that site, because I thought Envy, with the setup they had, they left B entirely. They left B with a cam, 2 trips, and a sage wall, and they were so ready for that hit. It was just too good. The hit was too good for them to hold with a Jett and Omen combo. I want to see more of that A hit until Envy can stop it. That was
I completely
very
agree.
good.
Because as you say as well, you normally expect that dash. That dash is something they can throw in sometimes. They can also set that play up where they only use maybe a couple players, and it still feels it has so much threat behind it because they just set this precedent that we can actually just explode onto the site with this control. And you guys don't have an answer for that, so why wouldn't we do it again? So they can just manipulate rotation so much. A lot of fear, I think, that they can create with a play like that. So it's beautiful to see.
So we saw Raze pre-nading B main first half. This half, we see Gen.G's default. Sage is going to pre-slow it. So both teams have ways to get control of this B main orb, and they're just doing it in very, very different ways. See,
3 players on B heaven though, actually, for Envy. Sorry to interrupt you, Sean.
No, that's they're doing the same style of setup where they're leaving Cypher's trip and cam in the B site, and they're just testing them. They're saying you're not going to come here with these trips out. It's going to take you a long time if you do.
And that's such a good point to make too, because it does take time to kind of want to call that bluff. You generally aren't going to be doing it at the beginning of the round because it feels risky.
They ulted heaven and they're going dry. What an incredible read. Oh my god.
Oh, kaboose.
Oh my god.
He had no idea. And aKis as well tries to drop in. It's desperate times, though. I don't know if they can do anything. This is too fast moving, too strong. And they might just have to go for the save. Finesse is going to drop through. He'd have to get a couple kills here to make this possible. But MkaeL there with a timely peek will take him down with ease. And that's going to shut it down. But I'm trying to work out, Sean, what was the tell for them to run that play? And maybe it's just blind. Maybe they're just thinking we're just gonna maybe they've done their research. Maybe that's part of it.
Maybe they did the research. It could be the fact that the sage wall came up. They might have seen another piece of utility come from Raze and another piece of utility come from Cypher. I wasn't keeping too close of an eye on it because I was watching Gen.G.
Yep.
All I know is that Brim ult was perfect. It couldn't have been better. No one could get to the B site. They were stuck heaven. Either they leave heaven or they fall into the ult into the B site. Oh
yeah,
my
it
god,
was perfect.
that was such a good strat. What a round.
Yeah, I'm so curious now if to look back at that round in more detail to see if there was a tell, like you say, like because a round like that to convert that strongly off of one ult is that's a huge advantage to get. And we're looking at a situation here where things could get out of hand pretty quickly for the defenders for Gen.G. Sorry, Envy. I'm having a brain fart there.
No, this is an eco round right here for Envy. So Gen.G is gonna pinch closer and closer, assuming they win this round. Hard to make that assumption in this game, but they're going to go dry B. The site is open. I have a feeling this is a bit of an anti-strat. They know that FNS likes to leave this site. There's no way they go into a dry B hit like this on an eco round.
Yeah. EnVy might really be in some trouble here. Gen.G, some hard-hitting strats, some good calls, some good reads. They are looking very prepared for this. When we'll take down aKis. Finesse is still trying to do something with that frenzy, but one might really be the best you could hope for. He is keeping some space around that pillar, and so his teammates are going to be able to at least swing from multiple positions here as they look for this retake. Gen.G though looking to shut it down there. Beautiful transfer comes in from HUYNH, and that will close down the retake attempt. And Gen.G, Sean, they're really looking like they're going from strength to strength, and I gotta say, we haven't seen that A ramp play in a few rounds. I feel in a couple rounds.
Oh, the pocket strat? You think it's gonna come out?
I feel like
that's a good call.
I feel like
it
they've
could.
just.
Oh no, they're going to continue to abuse B. They see this as a weakness.
They're in this perfect position. It's like I mean, you've been an IGL for like a long time, Sean, and it feels like right now the position that Gen.G are in is like everything works that they're doing. That's such a strong position to be in.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I mean, their A hit worked and their B hit worked. That's a horrible situation to be in if you're EnVy. I feel like FNS can't keep losing this game this early. Oh, no.
Oh, the dash is dealt with. HUYNH is going to go down, and he was the only forward player there. So much utility. Great cage. This is a huge cage. It's going to slow them down. They can't make their way onto the site. They cannot trade onto Finesse. Crossfire is still available. effys will finally deal with Finesse. mummAy only able to get one, and aKis goes down. That was a key crossfire that failed, but still Calypso's in position, and he's going to find both kills from bHeaven. Beautiful work. Good hold. That again, that second cage to follow up, that was so key.
Wow. The utility usage between FNS and who's aKis, the slow that immediately came that prevented the 4 players from trading with Jett, won that round. If that slow was not there,
you go, Sean.
If that slow was not there, round is over. Oh, there's that A execute that you wanted. Oh man,
the fault line dash is coming.
Fault line dash, brim smoke to the cross maybe. There's the brim smoke on the cross. Fault line's coming. Gonna keep her dash.
I love this. I like it because not using the dash gives you options to use it later in the round. And the way they're doing this is they're crossing their T's, they're dotting their I's. They're not really in any situation where they're not going to be able to help Jett get into this position. And look at the pressure, look at the rotation.
Look at the adaptation. FNS is playing the A site this round. Will they be ready for that?
It's a good point, and that's the thing we have to look out for. It also is what is the response here from EnVy in terms of the way they're rotating, because they know they've lost this position, and so they're really in trouble in so many ways. It could be a split through ropes, it could be just a fake, and it could be a lurk from Jett. We're gonna get the res in mid there. The re-aggression comes through from aKis. Good timing there off the cue of that res, but it's so chaotic here in terms of what EnVy have to deal with. They're losing players left and right, and it's going to be the TP right at the back towards screens.
FNS in the middle of no man's land.
He's got to get this 2K.
Oh my god, this fault line.
Fault line. How does he know? That's such a key play. The cage. Finesse is able to escape. Finesse, they might be able to do this there. They're holding on to the A-Heaven position as well, so Finesse has somehow managed to make his way across, and the grenades will just keep the attention there for Gen.G, making it so that Finesse can put the damage in there. And all of a sudden, I don't know how, but EnVy are holding on to this one. It's looking desperate. The spike is down. There's no time to go for the plant. They just have to keep killing time. effys drops! Oh, kaboose keeps himself alive. How much HP does he even have, Sean? It's not very much. 6 HP.
God, what a round. That was literally the round of the match. I feel like so many ults were blown. You could tell how much that round meant, right? You know how much a round means economically when you see a lot of ults like that used, especially a res. The round means a lot to Gen.G, and EnVy absolutely needed to get that round.
And Finesse didn't overplay his position. There's so many ways that Finesse could have died, but he just stayed alive. He used the cage at the perfect moment. That was insane from FNS, even though he didn't actually get a kill. Just like an MVP level performance in an incredibly important round. But here we have a very heavy mid pressure, changing up the pace here. Gen.G looking to try and find a way to bring themselves back into winning ways here. And oh, this pressure's going to work out. kaboose gets caught there towards MkaeL.
That's a really bad opening death right there. But there's a res on aKis. He needs that Omen smoke. There's the Omen smoke. Can he get escorted to this body? Omen flash probably going to be needed if they want to get this res off. There's no way it happens without the flash.
Yeah, they need that decisive play. Waiting past the perfect timing.
Get out of my way.
Finesse is in B heaven, but he's been smoked as well, so he doesn't really have an angle to help him. The wall comes through as well, so they can't get the res off now. Finesse has a lot to do. He has been stunned. The fault line, though, it's not enough, though. Just in between the smoke and the wall, finding the perfect spot, and all of a sudden, EnVy are getting every single kill as the push comes through. Nice shot there from Win. Gen.G also chiming off to try to even the numbers. 30 seconds to go and get this bomb down as Win brings the daggers out once again. Rez finally comes through. The patience there from aKis to find that as he finds just safety just for a moment longer. Oh, Calypso out of nowhere finds the double. Beautiful. EnVy, how are they bringing these rounds to the W, Sean? It felt like every single time Gen.G get the advantage, but they somehow aren't able to clinch it.
That was... I didn't think it was winnable. Once Ropes got walled off and FNS was solo in B heaven, I thought the round was over. But FNS curls up in that corner behind the Omen smoke. That's the key thing here, is Calypso's playing Ropes, but he's lending his smokes out to his teammates all across the map, right? He smoked mid, and he smoked top MkaeL for FNS. Without that smoke, I promise you, that Jett definitely kills him.
And we're getting that same opening. I love this opening, the pressure. Here's a change, though. The Omen up on the box. Can they actually take down Win? That would be huge. Oh, they're just a jiggle peeking. You gotta love it. Oh, what? Where did that headshot come from? That doesn't really make any sense, but I'm sure Win is going to take that one. He's got himself that A ramp control. They can convert this into the A pressure. They've showed many times that they don't always do that. And the pick in mid there from MkaeL. Now you're in a lot of trouble if you're EnVy. You don't have info. They can really slow play this. Oh, the pixel! Just a pixel of aKis' head will be revealed to Win, and that's all he needs. This is an insane round from Win.
He's had an insane
what do you
game.
do here? He is.
Player one's making a lot of noise. They're using him as a scout, though. Faking that A bomb site,
Camera
B
to
bomb
cage
site's
trigger.
completely open. FNS Heaven, if he gets a kill, this is very, very doable. There it is.
Oh,
that's
the
the spike.
too. It's going to pull a couple players out of position. Win takes down Finesse. That leaves it onto mummAy now as mummAy comes through spawn up the B stairs. It's such a tall order. The dark cover will make its way there to B heaven as well, but maybe that could be to the advantage here of mummAy. Will he want to pop the ult here? I very much doubt you want to go for it in a risky situation like this, and indeed, Win will take him down. Insane round from Win, 24 for 14, and we're seeing a great style here as well. I love the way that Win is playing this Jett, how they've created this opening where it is Win every time, because the threat level of the Jett is huge. Because if Jett does get a pick, the dash immediately creates so much position for your team.
That opening kill. These kills are insane. They're so fast. This man is unreal. I swear, his model must have like a hunch. He's just carrying too hard. His back. It's going to give out any second now.
Get out of my way.
Gen.G, they're not done just yet. Here come the daggers. Oh, the right click is going to miss. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. It may be quite difficult to really recover here, but this Ghost is a bit threatening. Calypso picks up one from it. And we'll see now that just a march into the A side. You've got all this utility. You need to use it. The delay comes through. aKis is in a really good position here, though. This triangle, it could be dangerous. The Stinger as well. We've seen how good it can be. Unfortunately, you need that quick headshot, and that's exactly what GMD will do. So the Stinger will be removed from play. And there, I have to say, there are a lot of ways this round could have gone wrong from Gen.G, Sean. And I think that they could have used a little bit more utility to maybe prevent some of the dangers that were around every corner.
Yeah. I think their spacing, though, is unreal. Like, even when they're in bad situations, the spacing amongst the players is very, very good. Like, and the awareness of Gimon to turn around right there and hold that flank as the last player, as Breach, he's in the right spot on that hit, by the way. Last player, Breach, flashing for his teammates, supporting them with utility, and then turning around and watching the flank at the perfect time, by the way. He played that round to a T.
This goes here.
I mean, I just, even if Envy win this map,
Oh, this is a nice
I'm
spot.
surprised Gen.G has played so well without a Cypher. I am truly
Yes,
impressed.
this should do. That goes there.
Yeah, I totally agree, and it brings a point to a larger discussion of Valorant and compositions, but that's not a point for now. As we get back into the A pressure up the A ramp
Just that
again,
extra.
it's that default. We've seen it so many times. What does it mean? It's always Jett going up there. Sometimes she's just Jett by herself, but here we're gonna see that it's the whole squad.
Yeah, they're faking it. The pre-planned Omen flash. Is Calypso's flash going to actually get them to this time? Calypso's flash is going to be the difference maker.
Oh, perfect reach. Well, that's gonna hit both defenders. Envy, oh, they're on the struggle bus right here.
They got to
looking to hold
save.
this.
They got to save. They got to take these into the last round. I mean, in any other scenario, you don't want to be broke for the last round. You don't want to use all your ults to retake this site. I think they have to give it up. Do you think they go for this, Stan?
No, I completely agree with you. But it's a hard call to make, though.
Very hard.
Because it's one of those things where you kind of want to believe. You don't want to just count yourself out, but this is such an insanely strong position. You might commit one player, see if something happens. Maybe the other team overextends a player, and there's maybe some room to work with, but okay. It looks like they might be committing.
Okay.
They're going for it. They are going for it. There isn't really doing that much post-plant position. This could actually work out. There's a great first kill, catching the Sage off guard. effys will go down, and all of a sudden it's looking so doable. Envy going to take down absolutely every player except player one. He's going to make his way
There's the
across
molly.
the molly.
Will he get
the
it?
Post-plant molly might just save the day as they are forced off the plant, off the spike, and that's going to be a wrap. Oh my goodness.
Oh, for a second I thought we'd be those casters that were on like live stream fails.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful,
looked
though.
really
That's
sketchy.
so awesome from Envy.
Oh my god, can you believe that? If you're Envy, you think you have it, and then all of a sudden, clink, clink.
Yeah.
The molly comes bouncing
Dude.
in.
Molly.
Molly.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Very good.
Beautiful. Oh my god.
Oh man,
Those
kind of a
post-plant
sketchy
mollies,
vibe
man, they
coming
are
out of
insane.
Envy. You don't have the op in mummAy's hands anymore. This isn't how they wanted to end this match. They didn't want to end it on this type of buy. They're nesting up inside the B site, completely turtled. We haven't seen this look out of them yet. Gen.G is kind of like playing it safe. They're poised like they're going to do this B strat again. But when they don't see a wall mid, maybe they think that something's up.
Applying that pressure over it. I like the change of pace. Keeping things slow, and interestingly, we're actually going to get mummAy going for the aggression A ramp,
Wow.
and that is, I actually completely understand the read to go for that, but unfortunately the timing's not going to work out because that was just as they were rotating back into position towards this A hit, and with that pick, that is huge. We get another rotation will come through here for Envy, but this is going to be so hard
And
to
look
hold
at
this, so
Michael's
hard.
in ropes. Michael's in ropes, completely undetected.
Oh, Calypso! He's found himself one.
You know,
Okay, there's... Oh my god, Finesse is going to walk through the molly, through the smoke.
no.
They're finding kills out of nowhere. This is disastrous, Sean. These kills should not be happening. And all of a sudden, it is desperation mode for Gen.G. Player one will at least take down Calypso, and they at least have a bomb plant, and they've got win on this ult. The daggers, how much can they do here? They need a heroic performance here from Win. He's got to do everything with these as he looks to go for the first. Oh, there's the right click. Oh no! The second right click isn't good. That's such a good range for it too. And he's going to manage to find his way out of the position. There's the 1v1. Win is going to take it down, and that's going to be overtime. We're not done just yet in this one. My goodness. It's so hard to call these rounds. It's impossible.
It's actually insane. There's so much craziness going on. HUYNH again, though. Every time he's used that ult, I feel like he's had so much success. He's gotten so much space. I feel like Envy's scared of him when he pops that ult. Now, I can't say the same in reverse. It feels like when mummAy pops his ult, Gen.G is not afraid to challenge. It's kind of wild, the stark difference between these two team styles. Wow. But I will say, what a read, man. They have no Cypher. So they know Envy has the possibility to get aggressive on the extremities. They've been leaving those extremities the entire game. They know it's a broken pie. So this particular round, they stay on the extremities extra long, and they get the reward. They get the push coming out of mummAy. I love how they approached that last round. Going to the A site when they know there can't be an op. So many things they did right. Love what I'm seeing out of Gen.G. I actually think momentum heavily favors them in OT. And even though I picked Envy, I'm kind of wanting to flop here, Dan.
Yeah.
To flop.
Hey, man. It's, you'll only have your gods to answer to. I'm not going to judge you. You can come to the Gen.G side.
Twitch
Come
chat.
on, Sean.
Twitch chat is
It's
never
nice
been
and
to judge
cozy over
anyone.
here. I mean, it's been such an awesome comeback. Just the way that a lot of those rounds were won. And we have to also credit just the style on the attack. I just love that we're seeing such different openings from these teams. I was really in love with the A ramp play, like the A ramp defaulting, the mind games you can do with that kind of stuff. That is so huge. And we'll have to see as we go into overtime here, like this is the moment where you have to figure out, okay, what did we think was the strongest thing that we can do? What is the most exploitable thing that the other team is doing? You know, that's, you know, some of the questions that you're starting to ask yourself, because it's not a, you know, let's say, you know, you're not going to be able to play like 6 rounds. You know, you don't get the luxury.
Yeah. I think one thing that Envy probably suffered on in this matchup was they can't have a lot of practice partners that don't play Cypher on split. they can't.
Right.
It's like everyone plays Cypher on split, right? This is his map. So when you go up against something different, it's very hard to change your play style to suit the other team when all 5 of your players are used to playing a particular way, expecting trips in certain spots. We saw them switch up their playstyle and get really loose at the later end of that first half. I wonder if they're going to have the balls to do that right now in OT. Because it's one thing to do it when you have a massive lead. It's another thing to do that when you get one chance. Will they play aggressive? I'm going to be willing to bet they don't. I'm going to be willing to bet they shell up right here. And they go passive. They go through mid. They just do like a heaven split. And they go right into the teeth like every team does. I hope they don't. But I don't have faith. It's a lot different to run that aggressive stuff in OT.
Yeah, totally agree. 4-man stack towards this B side here for Gen.G.
And it's OT, so this B orb doesn't matter. But you can still see Envy is approaching this round in the same way. Raze is outside B. She's going to probably try to get that orb and like be annoying over there. But it doesn't really matter in OT.
Oh, I'm really scared if we see Envy commit here towards B as the start of the round, but that might change everything. If they had an initial opening plan, that kill gives you the option to maybe switch up your plan, because you know you have the 5v4 on the attacking side, but they're not going to switch up the plan. They think that might encourage rotations away from B, but in fact, the stack is here. Everybody is here. They're going to be so confused, and they're going to get shut down. They'll lose 2 players. They can decide to abandon this, and they will hit that big red button, abort, as they now make their way through to middle. And they can reset. It is not the end of the world. It's 3v4. They can still play this mid round. They can still reset.
Wow.
Uh-oh. Oh! Sean, the dry peaks into the operator.
Very scary.
They're so lucky not to lose the player there.
The ropes to A split is on though, and the A side is open. This is very winnable for Envy, especially with Jett staying lurking in mid.
This is really awkward though. This is really awkward. They don't really have utility remaining, so that might be a huge problem. Omen doesn't even have any smokes yet. A few seconds left for the smokes to come through. Finesse has to go for a challenge. He goes for it. Great game sense there from Finesse. He needed to do that. He had to get something to even things up, and he'll do exactly that. That also buys time for Jett if Jett wanted to make a play. If they wanted to get mummAy into the action. We'll have to see, though. mummAy's just covering that A-ramp position. And look at the delay hit. 3 players through screens here for this retake attempt from Gen.G. There comes the fault line. It's pretty damn good. Both players go down, and it's up to mummAy. This has to be a huge moment here. mummAy trying to check everything. The operator just not the tool for the job. SGMD takes him down. And Gen.G, Sean, with the clutch calls, 4 players towards B, even though Finesse opened it up towards that A ramp. It didn't work out for Envy.
I'm a little bit turned on by that fault line. That clearing out that corner with a double peek after the fault line. I thought they were cooked. I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were cooked. I thought they were gonna run through that.
Yeah.
The Jett was gonna come down the ramp and they would be caught in a triple crossfire. The fault line double peek, both of them clearing different angles. Holy cow, that was so sick.
I love the small details. And we're going to go and now see Gen.G on the attacking side. And what is this? Lo and behold, it is what we see every time. But interestingly, we've got WYNH on the bomb,
No
actually.
way.
WYNH
No
has
way.
the spike.
They're gonna exec through the smoke. This is a different look. Is Jett gonna dash? He missed!
Oh, no. mummAy misses a
And he got
key
flashed.
shot. WYNH goes through. There's the punish. mummAy's down, out for the count. The spike can be planted there. WYNH will get that in a nice spot there at the back of the A side. The rotation will come through. The question always, as always, is how much post-plant positioning is there for Gen.G? There's none, Sean. They don't have a ramp control. They've got nothing. This is actually not amazing because there's full utility pretty much. This is at the start of the round.
Scary.
Going to make their way through. That is a bold play. kaboose straight out of the dark cover into a frag, no less. MkaeL goes down, and it's looking very difficult indeed to hold on to this. Great paranoia. GMD tries to do what he can, but Envy looking great here for this retake. Gen.G, though, backs against the wall. Knives coming out for WYNH, and he might just do it. We saw this before. WYNH with the knives! And there you go, Gen.G. 2-0, winning it in overtime on split. Great recovery.